Trekkie girl. She loves outer space, has a black and white face. So girl, my Trekkie girl. I'm the Leonard Nimoy, she's a real McCoy. She got a Spock haircut with curls.
Hello. Welcome to Trekkie Girls. There's Carole, Sam, and our Trekkie in Training. Yeah, almost a Trekkie with advanced training now.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Well, for this episode, we thought we really want to talk about Leonard Nimoy, as so many fans do. We find great solace in discussing it with other fans, aren't we? The internet's been such a wonderful place, hasn't it?
Oh, definitely. That day when just reading all the tweets, I was just sat there in tears.
Aww. And for so many famous people as well,
Yeah.
celebrities.
Obama.
He just touched so many people's lives.
Yeah, so we thought, we have our segment of What the Spock. We talk about funny What the Spock moments that happen. So we'd like to do What the Spock does Spock mean to us?
Our tribute.
Yes. And as there are so many tributes out there, so many celebrities, like you say, have done wonderful obituaries and tributes to him. We didn't know him by any means, but we thought we'd just talk about it from a personal experience and how we felt.
So I met him like quite a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago. He did one of the London conventions, and I remember being really excited because he was one of the first people from the original series that I'd ever met, one of the first Star Trek signings I'd ever actually got. So I queued up with my mum. My mum's a huge fan and she was just bouncing in the queue, very excited.
Cool.
Because Spock has always been her favourite, always been her hero. And yeah, he was just such a gentleman, just such a really lovely, chilled out guy. It was just, honoured to meet him.
And what about on the big screen on TV? And
Well, I remember being really excited to see him in Into Darkness.
yes.
I predicted that he would be.
You did, didn't you? You said in the cinema, I remember before we walked in, you said, I bet you Leonard Nimoy. I didn't believe you.
Didn't you cause havoc when he actually appeared on the screen?
Yeah, we screamed. We were in the press viewing, weren't we?
Yeah.
Get the Trekkies out.
It was like that. It was like, who let the Trekkies in?
Like dead silence just started. But I think that he vindicates the new movies by being in them. That he's
Kind of an ode to the original series, because I think a few hardcore Trekkies aren't convinced on the new stuff, and so it kept them happy.
Yeah, that's what we say, isn't it? Whenever we get into, not that we get into these debates often. You start a convention around the bar, you get the you get the haters. But we always say, Leonard Nimoy gives it a stamp of approval.
Yeah,
that's it.
No argument from us. And that's where we stand. So what about as a newcomer, Sarah? What does Spock mean to you?
Relatively new to Star Trek, as you know, but I do remember the original series films from when I was younger, and just that kind of iconic image of him in almost like the dressing gown, the outfit with the whales. That just sticks in my head as being, was that like 80s, 90s? It's quite, sticks in your mind, that one. More recently, at DST3, when I was, initiated into the Trekkie Girls on my first away mission, I had the honour, thank you Neil Green, for asking him a question over Skype, which was lovely. And I remember it was really funny because the compere was trying to sort of, start the conversation, start the questions rolling, and he was singing. And there was nobody that was going to stop him singing. He was singing and he was going to finish his song, and it was just beautiful. It was so nice.
I was so happy because it was the last ever public appearance as well.
Someone pointed that out to us. That's just, wow.
What an honour.
It really makes you think that we were in that room, almost there with him. And the guy that is the really cool Spock impersonator, Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas Spock,
asked him a question. I think we've got a picture of that, and
that's nice.
It was a really special moment, even for a relatively new person. I knew that was part of something bigger that day. And that has special memories for you, actually, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. I've just had my baby Jean-Luc, 2 weeks beforehand, and took him along. We were in the talk, and I was feeding him during it. And but Hugh, he Skypes his grandparents, so we sort of told him that Spock was his, Leonard Nimoy was his grandpa, because he calls himself Grandpa Spock and Grandpa Leonard on the internet, you know, don't smoke grandchildren, and so yeah, we have a running joke with our baby that Leonard Nimoy is his grandpa, and I think he's all of our grandpa. He just has that sort of persona.
Yeah.
Actually, I met him for the first time by accident. It was in one of the Las Vegas conventions, and it was one of those moments in between talks, everyone clears the room, and they had a advert, like a sponsored thing from Star Trek Online, which I think was still quite relatively new then, it wasn't massively on my radar. And everyone leaves, everyone goes to the bathroom, everyone goes to find food, and I had bought cheap seats, so I wasn't going to give my seat up. I'm like, oh no. This was before I blagged good seats.
It's now time for change.
And he just walked onto the stage, right in front of us, and started talking about Star Trek Online, and me and a few other people in the room just started.
So you like jumped to the gold seats.
Yeah, right in the gold seat, right in the front, taking it all in. But later on I got to ask him a question, which was really nice in one of his talks. And I've just finished reading his book, I Am Spock. Amazing book, really good. And he talks about how he has this ongoing dialogue with Spock throughout his life, really, and all decisions sort of go through Spock. And I asked him if he still has these conversations. He said yes, you know, it was in his book, you know, things hadn't changed too much. That was the best question I could think of. and he did go on and elaborate, and I wish I could remember it, you know, these moments are so fleeting and you get so caught up and excited.
So how old was that?
That was 2008, so yeah, quite a long time ago now. It's
so Spock even, you know, had an effect on the life of Leonard Nimoy, you know, just as much as everybody else, you know.
That's a good point. So, and you know, obviously growing up with the next generation, to us he was a legend. I remember when he appeared on Unification, and my dad was quite keen to tell me how important this moment was.
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
he's in the next generation.
Spoiler alert! Yeah. So that was quite a good moment. But our battery is about to run out any second.
So we should probably say goodbye here.
Yeah, live long and prosper.
He lived long and prosper, and he shall be. You have been and shall be our Spock, Leonard Nimoy.